Again, my name's Gabe Zollner. I just got back from the gym and spent about an hour, a little more than an hour on the treadmill. And while on the treadmill, I was watching Fox News. And I watched Chris Wallace Sunday, I guess, his Sunday special. And he had Dian Feinstein on, the senator out of California that's really out to lunch. And he also had Congressman Peter King from New York on. And what he was asking was in reference to the 19-year-old bomber. He wanted them to provide him with their opinion as to whether or not the suspect should be Mirandaized or if he should be held for trial with a military tribunal. And what I found really fascinating is, but totally not unexpected, is the comments that came out of Dian Feinstein's mouth. What she said is, we have a Constitution, and the Constitution is here to protect American citizens. Isn't that amazing? They recognize there's a Constitution when they want to recognize there's a Constitution. But when they don't want to recognize there's a Constitution, they don't recognize the Constitution. She has no difficulty attacking our Second Amendment rights. Nor does Obama have any difficulty in vaporizing American citizens that he deems to be unworthy of being on this planet. He becomes their jury, their judge, and their executioner. So Dian Feinstein believes that the person that's in the hospital right now trying to recover from his horrific wounds should be Mirandaized and should go for trial in a civilian court. Well, what she doesn't recognize is that if that were to happen, he would not be executed for his crimes because Massachusetts doesn't have capital punishment. That's number one. Number two, why is it okay to adhere to the Constitution when it suits them in order to do that? And when it doesn't, they just circumvent it. Now, Congressman Peter King, he had the exact opposite opinion. He felt that this individual was absolutely a military combatant, and as such, he should not be Mirandaized, and he should be held for trial with a military tribunal. So you see, we've got these representatives in Congress that are totally opposed. And Congressman Peter King seems to abide by the Constitution, whereas Dian Feinstein, she chooses and picks what parts they want to abide and when they want to abide. That's actually disgusting. And that's why we can't have people like Dian Feinstein that are really dinosaurs in the Congress. She's probably been there longer than she's been alive, for God's sake. I mean, it's ridiculous. They get themselves established and they destroy the country because they go their own way. They do whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it. They don't follow the Constitution. She doesn't adhere to the Constitution. She and her Democratic parties try to figure out ways how to circumvent. And when they can't circumvent the Constitution, you know what Obama does? He just exerts an executive order. That's all he does. And I'm sure there's going to be a volley of executive orders coming out of his office over the Second Amendment rights. Yeah, because he got a kick in the teeth, and he doesn't like to be kicked in the teeth. It's just a joke. There is no law in this country any longer. They do what they want, when they want, to whomever they want. It's actually disgusting. That's what it is. And these idiots are congressional representatives, and these idiots are lawmakers? What a joke. The only law they make is to protect themselves. They could give a damn about us. They've proven that over and over again, haven't they?